Maitland, Florida. Maitland is a suburban city in Orange County, Florida, United States, part of the Greater Orlando area. The population was 15,751 at the 2010 census. The area's history is exhibited at the Maitland Historical Museum. The city also hosts the Maitland Art Center, and examples of Mayan Revival architecture and fantasy architecture, the Maitland Telephone Museum and the William H. Waterhouse House Museum. A SunRail station is located in Maitland on Highway 17 to 92. The city is named for Fort Maitland. Maitland is one of the oldest incorporated suburban municipalities in Central Florida. The area was previously inhabited by Timucuan Native Americans. The town was originally named for a nearby lake, which honored Captain William Seton Maitland, who fought in the Second Seminole Indian War, and was slain in the Battle of Wahoo Swamp. A small military outpost was built in 1838 on the western shore of Lake Fumchilika during the Second Seminole War. After the Civil War, the area began to grow, and a post office opened at Lake Maitland in 1872. Around this post office, a small town grew. The area was put into extensive citrus production. Lake Maitland was incorporated as a town in 1885, the fifth town in Orange County to do so. For many years, Lake Maitland remained a rural village, beautified by large oak trees planted by early town aldermen. However, the old town began to rapidly modernize as Orlando's suburban sprawl reached the town in the mid-1920s. A local newspaper published during the period provides an excellent reference to the changes occurring in the decade. During this period, the town grew rapidly as new houses and roads were built. In 1959, Lake Maitland was incorporated as a city. The lake was officially dropped from the name at this time, although the post office changed to Maitland in 1901 and the town was rarely referred to as Lake Maitland. Maitland is a suburb of Orlando. The town's historical corridor encompasses old residences still standing and occupied in the Lake Catherine area and extending through the central portion of the city. Examples of these century-old structures include the Church of the Good Shepherd, William H. Waterhouse House, and the Maitland Art Center. The area has always been a vacation spot because of its climate, location to theme parks and people. However, Maitland has recently become a location where affluent individuals have come to reside. Maitland has many picturesque parks along lakes, which attract many boaters. Maitland is located at 28 degrees 37' and 81 degrees 22' W, 28.62694 degrees north, 81.36694 degrees west, 28.62694, minus 81.36694. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 6.4 square miles, of which 5.3 square miles is land and 1.2 square miles is water. The city of Maitland has a total of 21 lakes, the largest being Lake Maitland. As of the census of 2000, there were 12,019 people, 4,825 households, and 3,242 families residing in the city. The population density was 2,589.1 inhabitants per square mile. There were 5,104 housing units at an average density of 1,099.5 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 85.22% white, 9.73% African American, 0.12% Native American, 2.18% Asian, 0.01% Pacific Islander, 1.16% from other races, and 1.58% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 5.97% of the population. There were 4,825 households, out of which 32.6% had children under the age of 18 living with him, 53.4% were married couples living together, 10.9% had a female householder with no husband present, and 32.8% were non-families. 27.1% of all households were made up of individuals and 10.3% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.45 and the average family size was 3.01. In the city, the population was spread out with 25.5% under the age of 18, 5.2% from 18 to 24, 29.1% from 25 to 44, 24.0% from 45 to 64, and 16.2% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 40 years. For every 100 females, there were 89.5 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, There were 84.9 males. The median income for a household in the city was $62,500, and the median income for a family was $69,504. Males had a median income of $53,542 versus $30,256 for females. The per capita income for the city was $37,290. About 3.5% of families and 6.4% of the population were below the poverty line, including 6.1% of those under age 18 and 8.5% of those age 65 or over. The Maitland Center was established in 1982 adjacent to Interstate 4. Today its 226 acres include over 400 businesses and over 45 office buildings. Worldwide Brands has its headquarters in Maitland. Other local employers include SunRail, the regional commuter rail service, operates a passenger rail station in Maitland. The first 31-mile segment of the system began operations on May 1, 2014. Maitland is home to the nationally recognized and Central Florida's only full-time independent movie theater, Ensign Theater, in turn home to the Florida Film Festival. Maitland is also home to the Art and History Museums, Maitland, including the Maitland Art Center, which is a designated a National Historic Landmark for its unique Mayan Revival and fantasy architecture, the Maitland Historical Museum, the Maitland Telephone Museum, the William H. Waterhouse House Museum, also listed on the National Register of Historic Places, and the Carpentry Shop Museum. Maitland is also home to the Roth Family Jewish Community Center of Greater Orlando, which serves as the center of Jewish life in Orlando and welcomes people of all backgrounds. In August 2005, the Maitland Little League team made it to the semifinals of the 2005 Little League World Series. Orange County Public Schools operates public schools in Maitland. Private schools include. Institutions of higher education include. Institutions of